So this is the screencast for Snow Day assignment number 2, simple linear regression. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up the data set from the D2L page. The data set is called Add Spend, and it describes or it predicts monthly sales in thousands of dollars with the amount of money spent on ads also in thousands of dollars. So Y is sales and X is the variable ad spend. You're going to want to read the entire assignment before you get started on it, because you'll see that I would like you to predict monthly sales for a month where you spent $6.1 thousand in ads. So I also want confidence intervals on that prediction. So to do that, you're going to have to go inside the data set like we did in class the other day and put 6.1 in your X column, leave the Y column blank, and when you ask for your predicted values and your confidence intervals, it will fill in the rest of this spreadsheet. So once you place that in there, let's do the analysis first, and then we'll do the scatter plot after, because I've asked you to put the regression line and the confidence bounds on the graph. So we'll do that last. So we start with analyze, regression, and linear. Your independent variable is the amount of money that you spend every month on ads. Your dependent variable is the response. That's what kind of sales we see when we spend that much money in advertising dollars. We're not going to really touch anything over here except for save, and save is where we can get our predicted values, and then also we can get our residuals. I didn't really ask for them, but we can see those residuals, and then we'll come down here and ask for confidence intervals. We'll leave it at 95, and we'll ask for both of these confidence intervals for the mean value of Y and then also the individual value of Y. And then we say continue and OK. So here's our output. R squared looks very good at 79.4% right there. And then we go down to our table. You'll get your regression equation from right here. Your slope and intercept are right there. Here's your slope. The t-test statistic is 6.2 with a p-value of 0.00. So we will reject the null hypothesis and we will say we have significant non-zero slope. Okay. Then if you come over here and get back to your data set, you'll see all of your predicted values, your lower and upper confidence bounds for the mean, and then also for the individual predicted value. And this is where you're going to get the answers for me. Confidence interval right here. Then the last thing I need you to do for me is to get the scatter plot. So I use the Legacy Dialogues scatter plot. And again, your independent variable is the amount of dollars you spend every month, so add dollars. And then sales is the dependent variable. Come down to your graph. I will say, in looking at this graph, we may revisit this data in multiple linear regression, because the first thing I see is just a little bit of curvature. So in the next chapter, we may throw an x squared term into this model and see if we can make r squared look a little bit better. But for right now, an r squared of 70 something was pretty good. So double click on the graph to activate it, and the chart editor wakes up, and we're going to do two things here. Number one, we're going to put the line on there, so there's your line, and then we're also going to put mean confidence interval bands or bounds or whatever they call them there, and apply that. Okay. And I believe if you close this, they're gonna, yeah, so they show up in your output window. Now that you're finished, you're going to copy, paste into a Word document. Please do that cleanly. I don't want to see any of this stuff. I don't want to see any of the junk. And upload to the Dropbox by Sunday night. Thanks. Have a great weekend.